If you're like me, you probably see a lot of superhero shows. Not just Power Rangers, I'm talking The Flash, Arrow, Luke Cage, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and many others. Now imagine, what would it be like to have a more teen-oriented, darker Power Ranger season? Well, that almost happened. Let's talk about it. Yo, what's up everybody, Este here. Welcome back to another video. Guys, it's time to talk about the canceled dark season of Power Rangers. Now, this may be surprising to a lot of you. A lot of you may not have heard it because it's been pretty hush-hush for a while until recently. But I'll be the first to tell you that in 2018, we almost had a dark Power Ranger season. It sounds crazy, but wait till you hear the story. So let's get right into it, guys. 300 likes for this video. Isn't it crazy? A dark Power Ranger season? That can't be possible, right? I'm gonna tell you how. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell to see every single one of my future videos. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter, DonFuego, and on Instagram, Not Don Fuego. Let's get right into it. Now, in order for you to understand this story, we must jump back to 2018 and take a look at Shattered Grid. Shattered Grid, of course, is the 2018 comic book crossover published by Boom Studios in collaboration with Saban Brands, the owner of Power Rangers at the time. It was made to commemorate the 25th anniversary of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it was mostly written by Kyle Higgins and Ryan Parrott. And it combined both comic series, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Go-Go Power Rangers, along with seasons all across the Power Rangers universe. Just as Shattered Grid was kicking in March of 2018, there was a promotional short film released titled Power Rangers Shattered Grid, The Dark Prelude. And it was released online and starred Jason David Frank, the original Green and White Ranger, in this new role of Lord Drakkon. The film was written and directed by Higgins himself, the same guy who made the comic books. And he produced it alongside the people at Saban Brands. Now, this special short trailer released that March will lead to talks between Higgins and Saban over the possibility of developing a prestige format live-action series based on Shattered Grid. Now, fast forward to 2020, the worst year ever, Kyle Higgins was giving an interview with Newsarama when he told us the story of this now canceled dark season. In the interview, Kyle stated that he regretted how he didn't have total control of his Power Rangers work. Then after, mentioning a planned prestige TV drama that he would have directed, all based on Shattered Grid, Lord Drakkon, and the Coinless timeline. Now, if you don't know what the world of the Coinless is, let's get right into it. The world of the Coinless is the timeline of Shattered Grid, where Tommy never became a good guy and teamed up with Rita Repulsa. Tommy became Lord Drakkon and took over the world. Rita and Drakkon's forces and the Power Rangers that Zoran assembled had one final battle, resulting in the deaths of multiple Rangers and civilians. The remaining people would then create a resistance called the Coinless, and we see that throughout Shattered Grid. Now that sounds crazy. It would have been so cool if this happened. This was 2018, you know? Saban was, still the owner, even though a few months later we know that Hasbro bought the franchise. Still, this would have been cool to see. This could have been a show like stuff we see on the CW, where the DC shows like The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, or the stuff we see in Marvel, like Daredevil, Luke Cage, stuff like that. It would have been really cool. Power Rangers has always been this bubble of Nickelodeon and kids channels, all kiddie and fun and TV, Y7, but this would have bought it a brand new audience. The development started around early 2018, after the Dark Prelude video Shattered Grid released, of course starring Jason David Frank as previously mentioned, and it was released with all types of fan love. The comic series of Shattered Grid also received a lot of fan love. The next 6 months of Shattered Grid will be filled with support and recommendations from fans all over the world for a live action series based on this huge crossover event. As you know, Shattered Grid had so many different type of events, especially in books like this, when we would see different series covered in this book, from Time Force to SPD and many others, and it would be really cool to see these on a television screen. Higgins stated that the short film showed Saban that there could exist a longer and meatier type of Power Ranger show with a bigger production budget. With all that Shattered Grid had in terms of story, Saban was of course ready to be involved. Higgins and Saban Brands would have planned up a business model that was stated to be really attractive, with Jason David Frank being excited for more appearance of his character, the Lord Drakkon, and would have possibly involved past Ranger actors returning to play their characters now in this brand new darker timeline. Higgins had already prepared a series pitch with an outline and other writers that he wanted involved, and had multiple conversations about financing models and distribution partners. So we could have seen this show on, I don't know, CBS, Netflix, Hulu. There could have been many different places this show could have been on. However, as we know, Hasbro bought the Power Rangers franchise for $522 million later that year, and Hasbro shut down the project completely to solely focus on rebranding the new timeline and pushing their focus on the new season, Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Now, at the time, this definitely would have been crazy, have made this type of move to make a darker series. At that time, the only dark Power Rangers that we had was Power/Rangers, and that, of course, was unofficial. It really would have been cool if Saban hopped in on this, and this potential series could have been something huge for the franchise and really brought it back up to popularity. But now under Hasbro, that just can't be done. This could have had the same superhero level drama that we've seen on other shows from the CW, on Netflix and Hulu. There's so many shows where this could fit right into. But overall, besides this story, we don't really know much about the show. Hopefully in the future we can see the actual pitch and the outline and what could have been this possible show. But for now, this is all the information that we have. Now, my question to you guys is, would you guys have liked to see a Dark Power Ranger season? A Shattered Grid spinoff would definitely be cool. And considering how popular Lord Drakkon is with fans and people even outside of Power Rangers just admiring how cool his character looks, this definitely would have been a cool addition to the Power Rangers universe and definitely would have made it leaps ahead in comparison to other franchises. But that's all I got today. You know, all we have now is Beast Morphers and Dino Fury, and I don't think Hasbro's going to make that jump anytime soon to a more teen-oriented type show, or even darker by that means. But hey, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really definitely appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting. Twitter, the Don Fuego, Instagram, Not Don Fuego. I'm Este. Have a great day, and of course, and as always, stay awesome, everybody.